Chat, we've barely had Yu Yu Hakusho for a day. For one whole day. It came out on the 23rd. By the time I'm recording this, it's the 26th. It's a Monday. And we are already getting My Hero Academia Girl Power first looks. So what I want to do today before we jump into anything else is I want to chit-chat about the previews that we were gifted. And I'm going to read the whole article. You can find a link to this article. Please go give them a click right there. Go click on the article and then read along with me. For YouTube, it might be in the description down below. I'll try to remember. But yeah. Hold on. We'll do this and see if it's better, if it works. That looks horrid. Okay. Sorry, I wanted it. Explore the expansive My Hero Academia universe through UniVersus, from the up-and-coming heroines of Class 1A and a 1B, through the menacing League of Villain, to renowned pro heroes. Enhance your collection with the UniVersus CCG boosters, featuring powerful female characters from across the entire series, featuring exclusive, never been seen art. Neat. We will kick off this preview with a hero the fans eagerly awaited to rejoin UniVersus. Miro, the rabbit hero, leaps into action. We get our first look at our first character card of the set. I'm going to make this a wee bit smaller, the poll here on the screen. Boop. We click this button and we make it small. Chat, 1s, 2s, and 3s. Miro 2 is, oh my goodness, my OBS is being so lame nowadays. Miro 2, nice and simply, air, death, fire, beep beep beep, 16 size, 30 health, a little more than before. Response, commit. After Fury attack deals damage, clear one attack from your card pool, and your next attack gets 1 speed, 1 damage. So if I hit you, I can turn my character sideways and clear it from the card pool. Really aggressive, especially with Enhanced Tenacious, which means this ability is playable committed. Destroy 1 foundation, ready this card. This character, I think, it has the potential to be a really scary. To be really scary. If you just accidentally put your hand down and you open yourself up to what Miro does, and she just draws 5 attacks, she's playing all 5 attacks. She feels a lot like Asui in that way, except for like her re-ready cost is not flip a foundation, it's destroy a foundation. She reminds me a lot of what Asui's got going on. If I hit you, my moves are going to get really big. I'm going to clear cards from my card pool. It's going to feel very good. It's going to feel very good. I like this character a lot. I think this character is super neat. Could potentially be fragile. Truly has like no defensive ability, except for the fact that like she gets to re-ready herself on defense, right? Which is kind of neat. She's the opposite of Bakugo 1. Yeah, that's a great way to put it too, Fuzzy. You couldn't stop Asui by blocking. Yeah, that's true. Asui got to churn that way, but I think that this character is going to work very similar to what Asui and Bakugo were doing. Yeah, it's super neat. It's super neat. But in that same idea, we have her ultra rare, or at least one of her ultra rares, right? It looks like it is her ultra rare. Luna Arc. It says Miro's agility and strength shines as she commits her character to clear her card pool, empowering her next attack. She can even sacrifice a foundation to bounce back and retain her response with each assault. And if you attempt to thwart her attack, fear not, Miro's ultra rare Luna Arc punishes them for their evasion. So 4/3, 3 high for 4, will low block. Fury kick, deadlock stun 2. Deadlock's back, baby. Enhance, if your rival is not taking damage turn, this attack gets 2 speed. And then enhance, spend 1 momentum. Your rival must reveal a low block from their hand as an additional cost to block this attack. So you have to have a low block in order to hit with this one. This getting an extra +1/+1 does not feel very bad. Does not feel bad, but I do want this to have a little bit more oomph behind it, right? It being a 3 high for 5, maybe a 4 high for 6, feels kind of cool. Otherwise, it's a 4 diff 5 high for 5 if this is the opener, right? It's a 5 high for 5 that sometimes, like, if my opponent just has like a bunch of high blocks, right, they have no lows, I just get to land Luna Arc because like they couldn't as an additional cost even block my high move. If you can figure out how to make this number bigger, I think this card's going to be very, very good. Luna Arc maintains its velocity even against a guarding opponent, allowing you to kick through the defense with additional cost of loss. Plus, a deadlock stun effect aids Mirko in breaking through even the sturdiest of barriers. Look, he's breaking a thing. Really fun written article. Up next, we have her rare. I hope whoever gets the Mirko character card to preview, they realize that all the good stuff's gone already. Solo Pros Ferocity. It's a 3/5/1 high block, enhance commit. Commit 1 foundation, your free or kick attack gets +2 speed. Really good at breaking through those walls that we were talking about, right? This character wants you to hit some. This character wants to hit on every single move and wants to destroy foundations. The best way to do that is to destroy committed foundations. And so using Solo Hero's Ferocity combined with Mirko means that all of your moves are going to get +3/+1, which is pretty good. I like that a lot. And then form flip commit. It's a pretty hefty cost. You flip it and commit it. If you have destroyed a foundation this turn, your rival destroys 1 foundation. If you have 3 of these out and I break one of my foundations, I could just commit flip all 3 of these and you break 3 foundations. That's really, really good. Is it worth the 3/5/1 high block? Maybe, maybe not. It really just depends on like what's coming in, what's coming out. Flying Solo has its advantage, amplified by Mirko's Foundation. Solo Pros Ferocity, showcasing her resilience by sustaining her speed and strategically trading blows with her opponent. No wonder this pro hero is climbing the ranks. She's a formidable addition to any collection. That's a weird sentence, but we will move past it. I think this card is cool. It's possible that there's a better card, but I think for her it's probably really good. Up next we have, but Mirko isn't alone in the set with a myriad of characters to choose from, including UA High students and League of Villains foes. There's no shortage of combatants. We've got 0 gravity tag. It's a 4/3/1 low block, 3 mid for 4. Has Chaos, Fire, and Good, which means that Ochako 5 is going to have those 3 symbols. Has Charge Fury Tech. 1 response, discard a card. After you make a check to play this attack, that check gets +2. I think this card is very neat. I think having +2 my check in order to keep playing moves is really, really good. Enhance, commit 1 foundation, : this attack gains 2 damage, your rival commits a foundation. So it's like I'm gonna make it a 5 diff, and that's a 3 for 6 that has stun 1. That's really easy to play as a 4 diff, right? I think this card is really good. I think this card has the charge keyword, which is really good. It's funny that she doesn't have any symbols with most of the other Ochakos, right? When we look at Ochako 3 and 4, which are the only ones that are left, she shares Chaos with Ochako 3. She shares nothing with Ochako 4. So Ochako 5 is kind of going to be on its own of like, these cards are going to play inside of their own kit, which I think is interesting. It says, don't overlook your favorite Class 1A heroines. Ochako unleashes her new attack, 0 gravity tag, ensuring its success regardless of its placement in the attack sequence. Plus, by discarding a card, all Class 1A members can boost their checks, making it a potent finisher for any of our favorite students. I wish this had like some sort of like powerful keyword or something along those lines, so that like it really did feel like a finisher, because like a 6 damage move like doesn't really feel like a finisher. But you know, who knows? But next, let's talk about perceived weakness. It's a 1/5/3 mid block, has all evil life. Enhanced Tenacious Flip, : if your rival has lost health this turn, your weapon attack gets +1 speed and +1 damage. So a playable while committed symmetrical stat pump, as long as essentially it's not the first move, right? This card feels very, very good. It's a solid 1 diff. It's a 5 check. It's kind of got a bit of a bad block, but I bet with rotation there's going to be some pretty cool ways to implement this. A playable while committed stat pump is very good, right? Because the idea of perceived weakness is that, like, we think about, oh, I want to play it super early. I want to play this card super late. On my last attack, I've got 3 of these down. They've exhausted all of the resources. I just flip 3 of these, playable while committed, and go, did you have it? Because this one's going to connect, right? I got a partial through. This last one's going to hit for big bang. It's very good. Yeah. I think it's all right. I think the words playable while committed should be on so few cards. The card should be on so few cards. But don't ever forget that the League of Villains is ever present in the shadows. Toga entices foes with perceived weakness, dealing early damage to exploit vital strikes. Then will be a valuable less addition to any Toga build, either old or new. My big thing about this card is, with like Toga 2, you get to unflip it. And it's possible, like we've seen the rare, we haven't seen the character, right? And we saw how good this rare is for Miro 2, and so like we're assuming that this card is probably going to be just as good as her, right? But we'll see. We'll have to see. As we move on to Atuka Kendo. There's a whole roster of new characters, new and returning characters to look forward to. Kendo is an 1B tag student, 6 hand size, 27 health character, all order water, form commit. This character's hand size becomes 8 until the end of your next turn period. Enhance commit 1 foundation : your mid attack gets +2 damage and stun 1. I think that this character is very good. I think being after turn 1, after turn 2, after whatever, I think that being an 8 hand size, 27 health character is very strong. It's very strong. Commit 1 foundation, your mid attack gets 2 damage and stun 1. Not incredible, but good. Not incredible, but good. If you've got the extra resources, which if you are an 8 hand size character, you certainly can get a bunch. I think this character is potent. People are asking me in chat, when do you do the form? You gotta do it whenever you want, right? Because it does not say the words first form. It does not have to be the first thing that you do on your turn. I'm sure there's plenty of turns where if I'm just building and I have my 8 cards, I'll just form Kendo, play out my foundations. If I pass, I pass. If I fail, I don't, right? This is the first character I feel like wants to go second, like your first attack turn. So your first attack turn is 8 cards. Maybe, Dan. I still think that 12 is bigger than the number that she would have. And so like I would still want to go first and just do it on my second turn, right? But I don't know. That might be the case, right? She might be the first one that wants to go second. Who knows? Who knows? I am excited to play the heck out of her. I'm going to play this character for sure. I'm going to definitely test out and see how she feels. I like all 3 of these symbols a lot. I like them a lot. But we can move on. Joining the fray the first time in Class 1B student, Kendo, armed with her quirk, Big Fist, she can amplify attack damage and induce stun, providing tactical control of battle. Not mentioned while she's throwing hands, both your hands are growing. Anyways, Patchwork Baby. Meanwhile, Hatsume debuts her versatile invention, Patchwork Baby, capable of surprising opponents with his adaptable abilities via keywords. She never fails to invent something that's right for the situation, and also a little bit scary at the same time. 5/3, 1 mid block, 3 mid for 1. Enhance, this attack gets X speed. X equals the highest keyword rating played this turn. So currently it's just enhance for +3 speed. And then it enhances attack gets 1 damage for each different keyword in your card pool. So currently this gets +4 damage. So it's a 6 mid for 5. It's a 5 mid for 5? No. 6 mid for 5. This is the highest keyword rating is EX3. So 6 mid for 5. Highest keyword rating played this turn. It's +2 speed for no spending. Highest keyword rating played this turn. Oh, so it means that I have to play the ability. So if I use the EX, do I have momentum? Got it. So when I read this, I actually read it as like that I have played this turn as opposed to a card has been added into my card pool. That's how I read the word played, right? X is the highest keyword rating played this turn. Interesting. Either way, it's a 5 diff, 5 mid for 5. And that's only if it's the first move, right? The thing about this is this has each different keyword, and this is a lot of different ones. I think like playing this in like a random punch deck, or like combo is a key. Like if this is part of a focused attack deck, right? Like we just looked at Kendo. This is part of a focused attack deck. Focused attack, it has like punch, combo, like there's more stuff that you can, like, I think Patchwork Baby is going to be a very cool attack finisher, right? This almost beats out Back Alley. Maybe. I mean, it's a 1 mid block. You get a way to play powerful X. This card is nuts. I mean, that's fair, right? That's fair. I think this card is very cool. Yeah. Yeah, I think this card's neat. I'm here for it. Up next, we have the Secret Rare. What a cool way to do all these previews, by the way. It was like looking at all the different card types. Net Launcher is a 5/3, 4 mid block. 4 mid for 5, 1 mid block. Has Charged Weapon, Earth, Good Life, Enhance, Commit 3 face-up foundations that do not share a name, : This deck gets 3 speed and 6 damage and gains stun 2. So a 7 for 11 with stun 2. Pretty okay as a 5 diff. Enhance, spin one momentum, : build a foundation from your discard pile, choose one foundation, your rival's discard pile, they build it for chosen foundation. So I spend one to get the coolest thing out of my discard pile, and I give you garbage. Very good. Yeah, this card's great. It's not Cannon Blast. It's like different. It is different because it rebuilds stuff. It's got a 1 mid block, not a 2 mid block. It's a mid, not a high. It's stun 2 as opposed to the extra stats. I think this is fine. I think this is fine. I think that this is a completely acceptable card. Another charge weapon on good for Giro 1 in Spotlight. That's fair. Yeah. Yeah. It's another charge weapon that builds extra resources. That's cool. That's cool. Nate loves this card. I'm sure he does. Somewhere in the universe, Nate loves this card. My personal opinion is I think this card is fine. I think when this card comes out, right, Cannon Blast rotates. So like this is just a replacement for Cannon Blast. It does something slightly different, right? So I think it's fine. I think it's totally fine. Up next, we have the alternate art. So the point of this that I have is like, the point of this is, do you guys like the alternate arts that are coming, right? We're not going to go through each one. Cannon Blast rotates next year. Oh, that's fair drop. My brain was working how old UFS worked, where it was 1 out, 1 in. My apologies. My brain, that's how my brain worked. My bad. I like the idea of all of these alternate art characters. I think that it is better than the XR characters. I think having the XRs are neat, but this is just a better image than what the other Mirko is, right? Same thing with Kendo. Same thing with this Net Launcher. This Net Launcher looks way cooler than what just the same exact picture, but has the kanji. This is cool. This is cool as shit. The URs are gonna have alternates as well. I think I prefer alt over XRs in general. I like the idea of alternate arts. I think it's going to be worth more money. I think the number one thing that they should do is they should just have both, right? Could you imagine a world, right, where if we're getting absolutely baller with it, we're getting crazy, right? We're getting absolutely crazy. Why not both? We could increase the number of XRs that exist because we have the alternates now. We could put a foil card in every single pack. What if we did that? What if we put an XR in every pack? But we have the rares, some of them not be foil. Right? What if we have the rares not be foil? The URs are all going to be foil. Or hell, let's even have the URs not be foil. This is fun. Because we have XR versions of the UR, and we also have alternate art versions of the UR, right? I think that'd be a cool way to go about it. It would be interesting. DBS did that. So does Flesh and Blood, right? And it works out great, right? My entire Dorinthia deck is not foil. I'm down. I get to get rid of the foil cards in order to get more cards, right? XR for lower than UR and UR SRs and characters get altered. Yeah, I think that the alternate should be just for the URs, right? Because those are the coolest cards, or they should be. Yeah, that's how I would do it, right? That's a good idea for card accessibility. That's how I feel, right? If you want to go crazy and get your 4X Luna Arcs and your alternate art Mirko 2 and your XR version of Pro Hero Ferocity, I should be able to just have like a non-foil version of Pro Heroes Ferocity if I want it, right? And every pack still comes with a foil card, right? I'm getting 4X of Momo's SR Kanji. Hell yeah, Uncle Tony, that's awesome. Wifey tech's gonna be high this set. I mean, yeah, for sure, right? Especially with all of these being all like every character's gonna have an an alternate art version. The secret rares, most of the ultra rares are gonna have, like, it's gonna be huge. It's gonna be huge. It actually makes me really excited for, like, yeah, this is girl power, but what does this look like for the future, right? What does this look like for Attack on Titan? Because I bet the Attack on Titan secret rares and the alternate arts are gonna look sick. I do. Like, I think it's gonna look really, really cool. And then lastly, we have reprints. Big shout out to Dan. We've got Uwabami. This is Uwabami 1, who has a new watermark. Chaos Earth Life does what Uwabami 1 does. They apparently just didn't want to make. They didn't want to make Uwabami 2. They were like, actually, we nailed it. Attack on sets. I really am just in a 6-month waiting cell. Yeah. It's only back for Dan. Yeah. But here's the deal, right? Here's the timeline for everybody at home of what's gonna happen. February, at sometime in February, there'll be a first form, which is a video you can find over on the official UniVersus YouTube channel. The April 2nd through the April 16th are gonna be the art reveals, and then an enhanced video talking about a bunch of extra stuff. Preview season. I need to check an email to make sure that I see a preview. Pre-release. May 10th through the 16th, which is very cool. And then May 17th, launch event. Easy peasy. And then lastly, obviously, chromes are coming back. And here is the Mirko Chrome. This looks great. This looks super, super cool. I love the fact that you can't have it in your deck. No 6, no block mod. Really opens it up for the art. I do think it's weird that the purple isn't here to signify that it's a character card. I mean, obviously, you have it down here. But on all these other character cards, this is purple to show that it's a character. This is not purple. But that's it. That is the preview that we had for, I can do this, for Girl Power. I would love YouTube to let me know what your thoughts are on Girl Power in the comments down below. Let me know. Let's have a conversation down there, or have a conversation on Discord. Would love to have that as well. Easy peasy. You can check the description to find a Discord link. With that, you guys, thank you much for watching. And as always, I wish you well.